Everyone's talking about the cosmetic treatments they've had done, from Botox to filler to facelifts, you name it. But here's the thing, I'm a 37-year-old woman, I'm on camera a lot, and I still don't get Botox, or any cosmetic treatment actually. And it's not because I'm against it. It's because I found a different approach that works for me. I'm Fiona, a registered nutritionist with a master's degree in nutritional medicine. And today I'm sharing the 8 underrated habits that keep my skin happy and healthy and as youthful as possible with no needles required. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we chat all things food and skin, and it's all backed by science. So if that interests you, stick around, subscribe, and maybe even check out my evidence-based skincare guides. So why no Botox? First things first, let me say that I have nothing against Botox and other cosmetic treatments, and I mean that for 2 reasons. Number 1, I think when it's done skillfully, it can look really good. And 2, as a woman and as a mother of daughters, I feel very strongly that everyone should be able to do whatever they want to their own body without judgment. And Botox just hasn't felt like the right decision for me. And to be honest, sometimes I feel alone in that, but I don't know, maybe it resonates with you too. So let me share what I do instead. Kicking off with number 1, which is that I respect my skin's pH. Not everyone knows that healthy skin should be acidic. An acidic pH fosters a healthy skin microbiome. It allows the enzymes on your skin to work properly, and it just enables your skin to protect itself, all of which means calmer, younger looking skin. In fact, one study followed women for 8 years and found that those who had a more alkaline skin pH had more fine lines and more crow's feet wrinkles. So to keep that healthy, essential acid mantle intact, I only cleanse my face once a day in the evening. I don't use anything foaming at all on my skin because that can really strip back that acid mantle. I use a balm-based cleanser and a gentle microfiber cloth to wipe it off. And I also use products with a physiological pH, which means they are formulated to match the natural pH of your skin, which is about 4.5 to 5.5. Thankfully, there's a lot more awareness around this now, so the brands who know what they're doing will actually tell you the pH of their individual products. Since focusing on this, I have definitely noticed fewer fine lines around my eyes, and my skin is just calmer in general. Moving on to habit 2, which sounds super random, and that is that I eat frozen cherries daily. Now, let me explain. Research consistently shows that the more antioxidant-rich foods people eat, the younger they look. And in a fascinating Australian study, they showed that the tipping point for this seems to be at about age 45. So by the time you're in your mid-40s, people who eat more antioxidants tend to have skin that looks about 10% younger. A 10% reduction in visible aging is on par with a result you get from an over-the-counter retinol. And that's huge for something as simple as eating antioxidant-rich food. So why frozen cherries? Well, number 1, they're delicious. Number 2, cherries are high in antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which have some interesting research coming out about supporting collagen. And number 3, buying frozen cherries and berries is actually a really cost-effective way to buy them. Now, cherries are my favorite, but they're just an example. Other fruits and berries like blueberries and raspberries and strawberries are also really high in antioxidants and will have a similar effect. So speaking of comparable effects to retinoids, habit number 3 is I have a very simple skincare routine. Now, when you're into skincare like I am, and as I presume you are, it's really easy to make it complicated. There are lots of things to try or to play with, and before you know it, you have a multi-step routine. Now, research on our skin's microbiome is just emerging, but what we know so far is that the right friendly bugs can help your skin to stay looking young. And number 2, these friendly bugs don't like a lot of products. So for me, it's a balance between using enough that I'm having an effect, but not using too much that I'm doing more harm than good. So everything in my routine has to have solid evidence that it actually works. So here's what I do. In the morning, I rinse my face with lukewarm water. Remember, I only cleanse my face once a day. I then apply a vitamin C serum, a moisturizer, and a mineral sunscreen, and that's it. And in the evening, it's even shorter. I cleanse cleanse my face with a balm cleanser and wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. I then apply a retinoid and a moisturizer. And that's it. All of the actives in my routine, so that's the vitamin C, the sunscreen and the retinoid, have robust data behind them showing that they can reduce visible signs of aging. A lot of other skincare is just noise. I have a more in-depth video on vitamin C and retinoids, which I will pop there for you. Now, as more research on the skin microbiome comes out, this routine might change. I don't know, and if it does, I will keep you posted. Moving on to habit 4, which is another food related one, and that is that I eat nuts and seeds daily. In an observational study of thousands of American women, they found that those who ate more of the healthy fat found in nuts and seeds tended to have younger looking skin. And in an interventional trial, postmenopausal women who ate almonds daily had fewer wrinkles after 6 months. So it seems that eating nuts and seeds can not only prevent wrinkles, but they can also help to reverse the ones you already have. And that's kind of amazing. It's because the healthy fat in these nuts and seeds, called linoleic acid, literally builds up your skin barrier from the inside out. It helps your body to make ceramides, which keeps water in and keeps your skin plump. Now, interestingly, that interventional trial also showed that eating almonds helped to reduce facial pigmentation by 20%. And hyperpigmentation is another sign of aging that Botox actually does nothing for. So I always eat a couple of handfuls of nuts or seeds daily. Now, the trial used almonds, but things like pecans and walnuts and pumpkin seeds will have a similar effect. They make a great, easy go-to snack. Now, habit 5 is a relatively new one, but I can see myself sticking with it, and that is facial massage. So when I'm cleansing my face in the evening, I first take a small bit of my balm cleanser, enough to create a bit of slip on my skin, but not enough to completely reduce the friction. I will then do a facial massage for a couple of minutes where I really work the muscles of my face. The aim is to get the skin a little bit pink, never painfully so, but just a little bit pink so that I know I've increased blood flow to the area. When you increase blood flow to your skin, you increase the transport of nutrients to your skin, which helps it to regenerate and repair itself. Now, we do have a little bit of research showing that facial massage can help to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, but to be honest with you, my main influence in this is the wonderful facialist Alexandra Soveral. She has a really helpful video explaining how to do facial massage properly, and I will link that in the video description box below for you. And actually, if you're ever in London, Alexandra Soveral is a facialist I would definitely recommend seeing. Right, we're back in the kitchen for habit 6, which is I eat oily fish a few times a week. Oily or fatty fish are rich in essential omega-3 fats. These dial down inflammation in your skin, which helps to keep it clear, and they also help to protect your skin against sun damage, which helps to keep it looking young. And data backs this up with large-scale studies showing that the more omega-3 fats people eat, the younger they tend to look. Now, I've said it before, but I do feel that if I have anything inflammatory going on with my skin, so say some redness or some breakouts, consistently eating oily or fatty fish for a few days really helps to calm it down. I'll have salmon for dinner, or I'll often have canned sardines on toast for breakfast. Canned sardines and canned mackerel are a really cost-effective way to get your oily fish in. And if you eat the whole fish with the skin and the bones, you're also getting up to 6 grams of skin-supporting collagen too, which is another tactic to ward off wrinkles. Honestly, I see these little cans as an extension of my skincare. Now, habit 7 is embarrassingly simple, but I thought I'd include it anyway, and that is that I wear hats and sunglasses when I'm outside. I live in England, which is, comparatively mild. But every day when I go on a dog walk, I will wear a peaked cap and sunglasses, particularly in the spring and summer months. I think everyone is very caught up in finding the perfect sunscreen, and it is for good reason, but it's easy to forget that there are other really simple ways to protect your skin. Right, the final habit probably should have gone first because it's that important, and that is that I eat colourful fruits and vegetables every time I eat. Now, we already know that antioxidants help us to stay looking young, but the pigments found in fruits and vegetables, particularly red, yellow, orange and green fruits and vegetables, deserve their own special mention. These pigments are super potent antioxidants and they give you a literal glow up. When you eat them, they travel in your bloodstream and accumulate in your skin. There, they not only help out to protect you against sun damage, but because of their colour, they also give you a literal natural glow, which is detectable no matter your skin tone. It amazes me that more people don't know about this because it is just so cool. So to maximise the effect of these pigments, I make sure I eat a colourful fruit or a colourful vegetable every time I eat. So in practice, that could be some tomatoes with my eggs at breakfast, it could be some chopped bell pepper in my salad at lunch, or a mound of broccoli at dinner. Once you get in the habit of doing this, I promise you, you don't even think about it. And it can give you that kind of natural, youthful glow that we are all chasing with skincare. So there we have it, everything I do that's not Botox. Now, of course, I'm not trying to say that eating some frozen cherries or a can of sardines is going to give you an effect comparable to Botox. Obviously, it's not. What I am trying to get across is that there is a lot you can do non-invasively to help your skin. If Botox doesn't feel like the right decision for you either, I hope that some of this inspires you. And if you do get Botox and you also want to do some of this, then great, your skin is going to thank you. Do any of these tips surprise you, or do you do anything to help your skin? If you do, I would love to know, so please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you'll like one I've done on the anti-aging diet, which I will pop there for you. I hope to see you again, so please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching until the very end.